Hello, friends and fans, and welcome back to our new episode number 7. Just a quick recap of what we did yesterday in the episode 6. We finished already the dam, and we finished big part of the infrastructure of getting rid of the contaminated water or the bad water. So we are going only to continue that part quickly today, and also we are going to expand here our farming and also for trees, and also we'll need to build the new treated planks where we are going to use it for future. If we see today, we are almost finished with the metal platform, and we just remaining is the walls, and then the water, the bad water or the contaminated water should run on that area outside the map. We cannot fully get rid of it because we will need it, let's say, to produce explosives. There is other things useful for it, but for now, that's what we are going to focus on. For the dam after the drought, what we had, and I showed how to gradually open the dam. Now I need to close it to start saving the water. So the last phase or last row is the one only open, and the rest should be, and then you see the it's already filled, and then the water start. You see, when we filled it up, this area turned to be green. Now it's this area more green, but we are not going to use it for farming now. I think we also here we need to continue. We need to wait until we have 2000 size points to start to build that dirt excavator, and then we can have these train blocks. These train blocks is similar like this ones, and we are going to use it in future to expand the hills and also to build the first floor. Food is okay, water is okay. We have 258 of contaminated water. I think all is good. Now the metal is kicking in. Scrap metal is okay, gears is okay, planks and wood. Planks and woods is the key. Another drought approaching after 3 days. So the system tested us couple of times, and now it's recurring much faster, and also the bad tide will also be recurring much faster. That's why we need to finish that project quickly, and then after that project we finish, then we start to increase the height of that river, and then we also can store water inside for agriculture. We keep that area as green. I think if you see now, we are not we don't have a problem with the carrot now anymore. It's mainly we are focusing on the bread. The blueberry is for emergency cases, and the carrot we keep it for now, but in later stage we are going to change it to wheat also. So we are going to focus on the bread as a main source of food, and also increasing the entertainment and the well-being for the beavers, which is important. If you see now, the bad water is falling from here, from this structure, because as I mentioned in the last episode, we will not shut it, or we will not build on it to move the water until we finish the structure, because if we lock it down, the bad water will move, and then it will really cause a problem in that area. So we don't want that. We need to control it very well, because also the beavers are crossing here, and then they will get sick. This is the medical beds we will need for sure now to have a couple of ones. We will try to fill in that area with some, but I do not want to increase the number of what projects, or let's say building things, so the beavers are only focusing on that area. And also that building, which is build their hut, is actually speeding things up. When you build it beside the quick project, they will really speed things up. Also, the good thing that we have the 3 main warehouses here, underground pile, which is really helping us to quickly feeding the project very fast. Now we have 10 beds extra. We're going to push a little bit the community up. So as I mentioned from couple of episodes before, manage the community is key, is very important, because you don't want to have, because if you keep building the houses, those houses, lodge, let's say, let's reduce it one, all one, okay. So if we keep building the houses or the lodge, suddenly you will have a boom in the community, and then you have a gap in the economy between the people or the beavers who are living inside versus the food and the water. So increasing both simultaneously a little bit slowly you will manage properly. You will not have a problem. Also, food, bread growing, wheat growing takes time. So everything you build takes time. From trees, you see 30 days to get 8 log, and here also takes 10 days to get 3 wheat. So you will get 9 wheat per month, and you get 8 log per tree per month. We will a little bit rest from the plank productions. We will only focus now on collecting the trees. Make sure that all are signed. This one, and also we need this one till where? Okay. This power shaft we build it temporary now, just to move the power to the new structure what we want to build. Now we have 2000, so we'll do like this. Stairs, spiral stairs, so we don't need. So I will show it when it's built. It's really very nice, but as you see, it's need treated planks, and treated planks need a specific tree. Can plan for it also now. This one can really take the whole area. Then we need to build. We need another 500 to build this one, which is the pepper check. This one, which take the maple syrup and also pine resin, which is used to paint the planks to be treated planks. It has another building. We can change the road so we have more space to build the trees. Check this one. This tree is specifically for the treated planks. Also, you can cut it and use the wood, but I don't do that. I leave usually this area. I do not only for emergency I can cut it, but otherwise I do not cut. I leave it. Very good progress. They build this floor which transfer the water or the bed tide, or they transfer also the contaminated water, so it does not go down. What is remaining is that area. Once it's finished, even if this part is finished, only the first blocks, we can start building here this too. In the last episode, we explained that we are going to widen a little bit this area, and I talked about the sequential or how to use the explosive. Here is the mistake which I would like to show it last time when I said we need to do it then this one. Do not build it all like this. And when I did that now, it was again I fall in the mistake. So if you are going now to want to damage this part, it does not reach from here, or you want to build this one, it's not reach from there. So that's mean that I will need to build another structure only to fill it here, you see. So that's the issue usually. So you need to have like sequential explosive way. This one, then here you can put like whatever you want, because does not affect. There is no area here. We keep this as a stairs to up. What I want to show also that we can start phase 2 of the project. I think I can make this structure more higher, more. Let's say we can build another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can build another 4 before we start building here to move the river to that area. I think with the level of beavers what we have, building this area for agriculture or for farming, I think it will be fair enough for the time being. So let's finish quickly, guys. The demand is okay versus the supply, so we are okay. This one also need a special tank. Sorry, this need a special storage area. We will not make it bigger. We can choose from now. Continue the shaft. This mainly for start having the medicine. This need a specific, it's like blueberry. Then the farm. I don't use the potato a lot. I don't use the sunflower for that step now. Those ones you build it in the water, but you need to have, let's say, the water in level 1 or 2, and it need a specific building, which is this one, aquatic farmhouse. But I'm more practical. I use what really help the economy to grow faster. But for sure there is part of that you need to have variety of foods in the well-being of the beavers. I'll show it to you here. You have carrots, you take +1, then sunflower seeds, grilled potato, cheese nuts, grilled, all of that you take points out of it. So you see the bread give you +2 directly. We will do the maple or the cactus crackers. I think we do the maple pastries, but in later stage. It's also here. We could change it to this one, but not now. We do the important step by step. We are almost done. Okay. Now it's the time to build this one and this one. High priority. Finally, open the gates. Let's move the water up. If something like this happen now and you have this, you just open, it will not affect it. It's just a couple of seconds. If you really open the gates, the water will immediately flow down. I think we will need to build here to continue that part. This area is a little bit lower. Now we are done with the project, you see. So now the bad water is now, we successfully move it out of the map. So if you see it is moving totally out. So the river now is so clean. We just need to build this wall, and then we are okay. We can now close this and then open this. So you build up some water and close that part. This issue bar is really one of the issues where you really need to remove one of the walls like this, and then the water will go out. Make this one faster. Here you need to rebuild it again. We will need now to use the tunnel explosive to make a hole here inside, so they can continue from here. But now to solve that issue, so what you need to do is just build a bridge here quickly, and they will go around it like this. So see, they're using the long way. Now I will ask them to use the shortest way. Now you see everything is turned now to green. So we can continue building. This one ends here. Let's keep it like here. No, we don't want to increase it now. All is good. A little bit 120. I think 120. Yeah, see the change here? 120 here. 120. I will wait with that project because I want to increase the level of the river more and more. 130. I think up to here it's okay. Please. Okay. Yeah. Very good. And now this one is, you remember, dismantle here this bad water pump, and now we have it here. The next step to get rid of all this red, so we will need for sure to build that one, which is bad water rig, but this one is very expensive. So let's finish first this one to start producing the treated planks. Do not need this now. I can put this one now. I think it's fair to be here. We will not increase the level more than that, so we keep the flow fast, so we keep generating electricity. Even we can add more here. All this industrial area or where we are manufacturing, we'll move them to another floor. So when we build here on top of this another level of flat like this, so you see now we build that platform, we'll start to build that platform in that area, and then we start moving those buildings on that area, and then by that we can also increase the beavers numbers or the community. The next mega project is actually making this dam much bigger, moving the water from from up here across here to this area, and then we start to build the wind turbine and also the batteries to save electricity. So when we have drought like this and there is no more water which generate power from the wheels, then we immediately use the wind turbine, which is this one, large wind turbine. This one will be used mainly to generate power. It will generate power if there is this wheel is already, water wheel is already generating power, yes or no, it is working. But with the excessive or the exceeding of the demand, or let's say you have now demand of 1170, now the supply after the wind turbine will be 3000. So the difference between those two will be saved in the battery for the bad days. I think what we need to do is just to increase 1 2 3, and then I think we have it's connected from here. Then we can start doing the mechanical float pump. This one, which we are going to build it on that side to get the water from here and move it to here. So we have all the mix. Sunflower. We can build also another. I'm not happy with this power shaft which is crossing here. So I would maybe change this setup totally, and I will do now the change. I will do now the change. Not like the setup. Bring it from here directly under the water. What we can do here is that is it a little bit up, because if you want to build another water wheels, should be that's a good thing, but that is like you build and then you change and then you build and then you change, because if we plan to put water wheel here, then the water wheel need to be connected, so you just put the water wheel here and then it's done. It's connected to the power shaft directly. Done. So it is already connected. And also if you want to add water wheels directly, you can just put it like this and it's directly connected. To increase the speed of the planks production, I think we'll put one here also. After you build the trees, you need to mark it to cut. For example, we didn't, there is here cut, so let's cancel it. But I explained that we will not cut that area. We will not cut that area. Keep this area growing naturally to get the to get the rinse for the treated planks. That is going very low. We need to use the big ones, the large. So the large need 3. Can do the other way around. We will change this position. They will be functioning at that area to get the water from up here. But for now, to push the water up, I think also now is the time to start building. So this building now is important. This building is actually the one which is moving the goods between the storage areas and the manufacturers area, the water and the tanks. So I think we need it now to make things faster, because if you look here, you have 2, we have 9 stored at the place, 11. Here you have 10 breads stored. Also we are building this storage. This is the large ones, which take 1200. This one takes 200. Also those ones you can build on, so we also will continue building on top of it, all the warehouses here. This area will be the whole for the whole warehouses here, big ones. Also we can start collecting the wood from this area. It's like a broken ship. We get 800 on spot. Science points. I think we are moving in a very good direction. We finished the project of moving the contaminated water outside the river, so we are now succeeding to continue expanding our let's say farming area. And then those areas which is at the back a lot, we, as explained last episode, that we were going to have underground tunnels or rivers under those areas to keep the land able to be farming. We also are going to increase that part, so we are going to, because you think about it, that yes, the river is moving, water getting out of the map, and you need to use the most out of it, because the water is the key in the game, and the water is let's say the strategic weapon of the game. So you need to get as much as possible out of it for the bad days. So we will have some tunnels under the grounds here, and then it goes the water from down. Sorry, I forgot to tell you to cut the trees. Let's finish this floor. I think also still doing their job. So we are back from 594 to 1000. So I think still the small water pumps are doing their job. We leave this. I meant to leave it, because this, when we build the battery, we will need that space for it. Still didn't finalize that. We will need still that area to be cleaned. So the dynamite is for 1 block. So let's say the block is 1 meter. This actually for 2 meters. You see now that it will need this extract, and this one for 3 meter. So this is 1 meter, 2 meters, 3 meter, or 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks. The 1 block is this block. So 1 block, one block is this. So if you do it like this, for example here, this is 2 blocks. This is how it is. This is done, and you can move blueberry, red. We will not save here things which is in the mid production or no. Here is the main food. Tap here, sell, sell. Here will be food. Here will be bread also. Blueberry also. Carrot we can leave it here because it's a small. It's not that much. Blueberry, sunflower. Even the sunflower we can cancel it because we will build another sunflower here. I think this area will be finished soon. Then this area, and then we move some warehouses up here, some warehouses up here, and then we start to build around 200. I think we are coming to the end of the episode today for episode 7. So just to recap that we managed to finish the project of getting the contaminated water out of the map. Also, we managed to finish most of the dam, and now what we are doing now are expanding our reserves water from the dam, and also we clean the river. We are now focusing in next episode that we are going to start moving the water from this area to a new, or let's say expanding the river to a new area where we can expand our farming, which going to helping us to increase our community. Thank you, fans, and if you really like the episode, I hope that you can subscribe or press a like, leave a comment, tell me if something if you want something specific to see in the next episode, or if you have questions. Thank you, and see you in next episode. Bye.